Welcome to another review room tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about the permission section and specifically visibility. So the first option here is make all document feedback anonymous. So just to show you which document feedback this is referring to, I'm just going to open the Global Applicants, Manage Global Applicants page and head on over there, and let's open up a sample document and show you where the commenting feature is. So essentially, applicants and reviewers are going to be able to make comments like the following. The way you do that is you click on Make a Comment and select an area of a page, and then make your comment here, right? So as soon as you make your comment, if you hover over that section, what you're going to notice is it says who made the comment. Now the idea is if you turn on the option we just spoke about, which is make all document feedback anonymous, if you check that on, what will happen is instead of who made the comment, it'll actually say the word anonymous. Now the thing is, if you as an administrator are looking at comments, please note that you as the administrator, because you're super user, are going to be able to see who made the comments at all times. So you can see who made the comments, but for example the applicants can't. So in the event of a business plan competition where judges are providing feedback to applicants before they move on to the next round, in such a case, you may want to turn on make all document feedback anonymous, because you don't want the judges to be able to, or the applicants to be able to see the names of the judges. Now, the other option here is show applicants how they were ranked. So if this is checked, then applicants will be able to see their scores from judges, or the rankings that the judges have done, but they will see that on an anonymous basis. So in other words, they won't see specifically who gave them each score, but they'll be able to see what the scores were, so they can see areas that they can improve in and that sort of thing, and how the decision was actually made. So if I go to the let's say manage user section, and let's assume the role of one of my users, say this one right here, I can show you what the section on view rankings looks like. So when I assume that role, let's go to this one application that I have. What you're going to see is a view rankings option, and if I click on that, essentially I'm going to see the rankings from all the different judges, but I'm only going to see them on an anonymous basis. So it says judge number 1 instead of the actual judge's name. So let's return to my admin account again. So those are the basically the first two sections, right? In permissions, we talked about make document feedback anonymous and show applicants how they were ranked. Now the other one to consider is make applicants anonymous to judges. So what this does is I'll check this option, and let's go ahead and take a look at one of the judges' profiles. So specifically, if we go to manage local judges here, because we have a few judges, and let's assume the role of this particular judge, and we can see how their view changes now that we have that option on. So I know I'm supposed to rank global applicants. So you'll see that the submission title, first and foremost, is now number. So it's not the submission title. Sometimes that's the first name and last name of the applicant, so that information is not shown. And in terms of reference material, there's nothing here that basically includes the name of the applicant. So all that information is removed. Sometimes it makes sense to make applicants anonymous to judges, and the reason for that is you don't want the judge to be biased because of the person's name in some way. We see this a lot in music performance competitions and things like that. Of course, if you ask what the person's name or details about the applicant in one of the forms, and you make that form visible to judges, and by default it is visible to judges, then obviously the judges are going to see that information. So if you want to turn that off, go back into your design competition section and click on the particular task that you don't want judges to see. So let's say that this tell us about yourself form. I'll click on that. Let's say I don't want judges to see that. I'll just go to the visibility section and turn the visibility options on and select the two judges groups that I don't want to be able to see this, and then press save. And again, if you want to select more than one option, hold the control key on your keyboard and then click on the other option. So that does it for this particular tutorial. The last thing we talked about was visibility. There's more to talk about, so join us in the next tutorial.